I'm Bishop Darrell Watkins, and let's queer up South Florida and Florida. Missing paychecks and tips in Wilton Manors and an eviction lawsuit in Tampa. Johnson's, part of Pride Holdings Group, which just closed Aquaplex, is facing massive problems. Queer News Tonight's special correspondent John Hayden has details.
Stolen tips, bouncing checks, and eviction lawsuits. Johnson's in Wilton Manor and in Tampa are facing existential crises.
And the only thing that some people actually care about, how about Johnson's?
Johnson's is owned by Pride Holdings Group. I'm told they are solid for now.
That was Monday, and we've learned a lot since then, starting with a staff revolt in Wilton. 2 paychecks in a row, which includes credit card tips, bounced. Now they want cash at the end of the night. Management said no, but I'm told staff took it anyway. If you do go to Johnson's, please tip in cash. Corporate owner Pride Holdings Group has their money and has been bouncing payroll from Key West to Chicago for months. Greater Wilton Manors has also learned Johnson's is being investigated for something by regulators, and one source says it's behind in paying its sales tax. Meanwhile, Johnson's in Tampa boldly says it's not going anywhere. But it is also facing eviction after being acquired by Pride Holdings, and the landlords are livid. They say they were, quote, not notified of the purchase, nor did landlord approve the assignment. Regardless, Pride has been operating the business at the premises and purportedly controls the property at issue, albeit without paying rent. That's the legal version of a middle finger. The lawsuit goes on to say Pride Holdings has been late 4 times this year and are wrongfully withholding possession of landlord-leased premises. Watermark Media first reported, and independently confirmed by Greater Wilton Manors, that Pride Holdings COO Joshua Cooper wants to work out a deal where Johnson's can stay till mid-January. They say that is, quote, actually very agreeable to us, because the landlord does not maintain the building, end quote. They also say they don't need this spot. They'll find a new location.
Of course, I'm continuing to follow this story. There seems to be new developments every day, if not every hour. In Wilton Manors, I'm John Hayden.
Well, I'm very sad about all this kerfuffle and confusion and madness because to supplement my income, I was going to apply at Johnson's, and now I won't have the chance. So too bad for me. For that one person who just stumbled on this by accident, Johnson's is a strip club, and but no, I mean this is
pole dancer,
right? People work hard, especially in the service industry. Whether you're a server or a bartender or a dancer, or the hostess or whatever, they're parking like it's hard work, and it's not super lucrative. I mean, it can be, but it's not consistently lucrative. You can have a great night and a sad night or whatever. And so that people who work hard and depend on their really day by day money, it's easy to joke because it's sort of a sex thing and above, but these are people with lives and bills, and so it's I just hope it all gets straightened out because people work hard. They deserve to to be okay, and they provide a service that the queer community really enjoys and historically always has. Like, we've always been this sex positive part of humanity, instead of just sneaking around like we just own it. Oh yeah, we're sexy, we love sex, whatever, and we love naked, and we love that's us. And so this hits on several levels, and I just hope it gets worked out.
I feel bad for, like you said, for all the employees that rely on this, because you take Johnson's as one source of income, but you look at Aqua, a lot of those ladies that perform there, where else are they going to perform? There aren't not a lot of other venues that can absorb this type of entertainment and put it out there. I mean, there's a big expense in putting something like that together. And it's sad because they just finished, it's been a year or so since
the remodeling of
well, remodeling, and it had been purchased. Because remember, it was Lipson, it was going to be closing at the last second. They jumped in from Key West.
Sort of saved it, we thought.
Saved it with Aquaplex and changed all the signage and stuff. And, it seems like they've overextended themselves, or just the money's staying in someone's back.
It's a tough time for everyone right now. But
right. And with this kind of Wilton Manors wipeout, it's important to keep supporting the venues that have good business practices. And if there's a way to find out which ones they are and share that information, I hope someone will do so, and that we can keep the drive going.
Well, we have to and I hear lots of communities saying this, minority communities, and we're no different in that respect. We've got to support our community. We've got to show up. We've got to be there for each other, because more and more we're what we've got.
Right.
Like we're being confronted by government. We're being confronted by religion. We're being confronted by struggling with the economy like everyone else. We've got to be a family right now, because we will stand together or we will fall apart.
Right.
I mean, I don't know any of these people that are involved with Pride Holdings, but from the minute that I did hear about this, when, that Aquaplex and there was some of the queens were posting things about this publicly traded company. First of all, again, with my background as working as a financial advisor, publicly traded companies that are invested in nightlife entertainment industry, I can name zero. Okay. I mean, literally, there's none that exists that are, maybe major restaurant chains, maybe casinos, but what other publicly traded stock? And from what I understand, they were really peddling the stock to the employees of saying you will have ownership in this company. So there smells like, as soon as I heard that, when it was happening over a year ago or so, I heard that, and I saw a couple of the performers at Aquaplex posting on social media about investing in the company or buying shares, which again is a major no-no, to be promoting stock from, the employees or promising them some ownership in the business. So this smells like it was fraud from day one. It's really unfortunate because there's a lot of really amazing people that are involved in all of these businesses. It is their livelihood and it is part of our community. But, and again, from what I do understand, the people who are involved in Pride Holdings are from our community. And so it's another terrible example of our community coming after each other in a way that no one deserves. And so it's
and a lot
really
of these
unfortunate.
people are new to our community.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the interesting part is so many people have come into our community within the last 10 years, suddenly become the most important person in town.
Yeah.
They bring in all this entertainment and they want to be on every committee. And then at some point they implode and we're left with the mess that they leave behind.
Yeah.
Don't look behind the curtain.
Yeah, sad times. Well, there is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.